So today I'm putting up a new painting on this wall here. So bear with me here, but so this piece is a really meaningful piece. One, because it took a long time to get where it is now. It's a piece made up out of many paintings, and in the work you can see the layering, because there's this digging that the characters are doing, and it's showing the layers behind. It's also visually a representation of my journey and this exploration to dig deeper into myself. This piece can be applied externally if someone looks at it that way, but really I meant it to be more of an internal showcasing of what was happening inside me. And this is exactly kind of how I felt or how I've been feeling for the past couple years now. This comes with a lot of radicalization of oneself in many forms, and it starts with literature, and it starts with looking at the world differently. It starts with reading about your ancestors and how they lived, and reading about your history told by your people, not told by any empire, or not told by, or the top percent of people that are looking to control the news and your history. I believe people live in darkness every day. People who live in a lie live in darkness, and there's a lot more ways of living than what they tell you there is. So this piece is really a embodiment of my self journey to radicalize the way I think. There's a famous book, and it's a movie as well. He's also a very large figure in Latin America and around the world, disliked by some, and these some are the people trying to control the way we think, but most people that are free thinking see him as someone who is good. But this person I'm talking about is Che Guevara. So Che Guevara was middle class boy, middle class man that was going to medical school. He had no intentions of being a revolutionary, and he traveled through Latin America, and he learned the reality of the world that was next to him. That was just a portion of what radicalized him. Then his second trip through Latin America did the rest. Che Guevara, a revolutionary life. It's a great read, not just because it's a book about him and his history and his story, but it's really a book of Latin America. It's the author takes you to this journey that Che himself was living through, and the political climate of the time. It really makes you, it really educates you on Latin American history. And if you're studying Latin America, and if you're someone that wants to get to know the history of Latin America, this by itself is a great read, because it tracks the history of Latin America at this time that Che Guevara was alive so well. At some moments you forget you're reading about him, and you're just reading about the political climate of the time. As you can see, I gave it a very good read. And if you think he's a bad person, you think he's a good person, whatever you think of him, before speaking on someone, or before speaking on Che, I would recommend to read this book, and then you can you can say whether he was a good guy or a bad guy. You know, this book will educate you a lot. But anyways, without getting off track, bringing it back, not here to talk about this book, but I do want to give the example that much like Jay, I was a person that was uninterested about politics, that was uninterested about others' issues. I was uninterested about everything else besides my own life. And that's how much people are. And that's the way the system wants you to think. And much like him, once I started digging outside of my barriers, of this dark walls that didn't let me see the outside world, once I started deconstructing that, I became very impassioned, and it almost, interestingly enough, made me more spiritually awake, because I recognized that my struggles as a person were connected to a whole bunch of people. This piece is called Root, because like roots were all connected, and I really see that, and it made me want to create differently, and made all these parts of myself awaken, and that's what all these people are in this piece. They're people digging in different ways, trying to just uncover the light and the color behind the darkness they currently live in. But yeah, I also wanted to display within the painting a sense of colorfulness, a sense of culture, of course, because that's how we have to move forward. We have to move forward being truly ourselves, attached to our cultures. That's how we progress. That's how we fight, by keeping our cultures closer than ever, by working with each other more than anything, acting as a community, and in trying to enjoy our current reality. As much devastation as people are going through, we also have to acknowledge that we can't keep digging forward. I can't sit here and read about these issues and have a pessimistic approach to these things, and I can't read about women's issues, and I can't read about indigenous issues and come to the table with pessimistic energy and say, oh man, these issues have been happening for thousands and hundreds and centuries now. How are we gonna fix it? And that's not how we do it. We come to the table in a very proactive way, in a way that shows that we're excited to progress as people. And that's why you have the musicians in the background, because the musicians represent this. They represent music and a dance and rhythm. They're all working in unison. They're not offbeat. They're all on beat. They're all coordinated. And that's how we have to move forward. And that's how you have to move forward within yourself, and how I have moved forward within myself, with coordination, with rhythm, with not with a pessimistic approach of like, oh, the world's so going to hell, whatever. No, I'm very I have a lot of hope. I think the climate of society today is radicalizing a lot of people. It's making them see the truth. It's making them look the other way. It's making them say, this system is broken. We can realize it now. How do we change it? And I think there is some excitement in the energy, and we have to uplift that. And you know, I don't believe in and especially within these times, and being pessimistic people. We have to move with a beat within us that shows how powerful we are. But yeah, I'm getting a little bit off topic here, but that's what this piece it represents, and I really enjoy looking at it every day and reminding myself of the work I still need to do, because the canvas is still covered up in a lot of this darkness, and I still don't know what I don't know, really. So I'm still young, and I still have a lot to improve myself, and I still have internalized things that sometimes I recognize, and it's okay, because we're all trying to change that. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed looking at this piece. I hope you guys enjoyed hearing me yap about it. These are kind of just big ass yap sessions about my artwork. I'm gonna continue doing this, and like I said in the last video, hopefully you guys stick around, and hopefully you guys you know, find this information useful in your lives, because that's really why I'm putting these out there. So maybe people watching this can maybe change the way they think a little bit, or also not feel alone. I also wanna show that the people aren't alone in thinking. Sometimes the people who care about all this stuff going on in the world feel so alone, feel like people don't care anymore. And I'm here to say I care. There's people like me everywhere, and I'm here to connect with the people who do care, and the people that want to change this place we call home, and this place we call Earth. And I want to keep doing these videos to connect us. And till next time, I guess till next time. I really haven't figured out how to end these videos. Yeah, I guess it's part of my my awkwardness in front of camera, and hopefully I'll get better at explaining things too. I know I ramble on a bit, but you know, I guess that's part of the progress that I'm making, and hopefully you guys stick around to see some of that. But thank you for watching.